And no one, and I repeat, no one would fund me. I would get no support. I would write about the prison system. I would write about slavery and its parallels. No one would touch it. So in 2007, I started working at the Office of Arts and Cultural Affairs, and I was making, I was a millionaire compared to what I was making before as an artist. And I got received an Artist Trust Fellowship, which was $7,500. So instead of taking that $7,500 and buying Jello with it, I decided to make a video, and I created this video called Proliferation. Proliferation is an animated map of the U.S. prison system. The green dots are prisons that were built before 1900. The yellow dots were prisons that were built between 1900 and 1940. Orange dots between 1940 and 1980. And the big spike in prisons between 1980 and 2008, or red dots. Now, since 1976, the U.S. has built on average one new prison a week. Let me say that one more time because I saw a few heads shake. Since 1976, the U.S. has built on average one new prison a week. The U.S. is 5% of the world's population, but we have 25% of the world's prison population. So I have to remind you, each one of these dots flashing here is a brand new prison. Not a single dot repeats twice. This is a 10-minute video that's online. It's been played about 18,000 times. Not as much as a cat playing piano or someone getting hit in the, where, but it gets played. We have the privatization of prisons, which is a small percent. We have 3 strike laws that increased incarceration, mandatory minimums. And even in the 80s, when the crime rate was going down, the prison population spiked. It just kept going up. We currently spend $180 billion with a B dollars on prisons per year. And right here in the Great Northwest, we're guilty as well with the new youth jail. And we're going to look back on this day and we're going to be proud of a lot of things. Amazon, fresh. Got my Amazon Prime, but we're incarcerating young people. We have 34,000 young people incarcerated in this country, and many for life. And 2,500 youth that are in adult prisons. 2,500. So this is the still from the video. Each one of these is this prison. This does not include jails. This does not include King County Jail. This does not include the thousands of jails across the country. So I got this information about the prisons from the Prison Policy Initiative. All of my work is based on research. As Heidi mentioned earlier, I'm the first research fellow at the new Smithsonian Museum of African American Culture. And it's been amazing. They did a great job at that museum, and I hope you can get a chance to go see it. But anytime you have these discussions and, like I say, arguments, you need to have backup to say this is true. And yes, every single one of these prisons is active right now except for 6. Every single one is active except for 6, and those 6 will probably be open again soon with this current administration. Because there's another $5 billion that been put towards roundup of immigrants. So we should be really aware of policy things that are going on. As we're being distracted by this, there's a whole lot of sleight of hand that's going on. Some horrible things are happening with the other hand. So don't get distracted by the bills that are not going to go past the Senate. Yes, sir. Yes, Jay.
Paul, what can we do to challenge and change this?
The challenge and change this, I think we all have, you know how you don't really understand cancer until someone you know and love is affected by cancer? We don't need to wait till we know someone that's in the prison system to actually be involved in addressing and challenging the prison system. And unfortunately, I have to use multiple ways to challenge folks. I know when I'm talking with one person who lacks empathy, someone mentioned empathy earlier, and I thought that was, I can't remember who said it, but that's one of the main obstacles for me in my work, because we don't teach empathy. In our society, we teach empathy as a weakness, and compassion as a weakness. If you're weak, you're being, we have to know that we're all connected and we affect each other, But I think some people have to talk about the economic aspects. Some people will respond to, we spend $180 billion quicker than we wrongfully incarcerate people. So have conversations with folks. I think that's one of the main things we can do. Let's move on there. So